Hello,
Hello.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I wanted to ask you about your most recent show, Ancient Glass, and its inspirations.
The inspiration has been years of going to a hidden balcony in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. They have an enormous collection of ancient Egyptian, Roman glass. It's mostly oxidized, opalescent. I probably went more for the characters that evolved from the shapes and the figures and the histories. And then in the paintings, they would have dialogues and scenes together.
That is wonderful. And did you used to go there?
My parents had big lunches and left my brother and I lunches at the Metropolitan Museum, and they left us in the Egyptian section. We were not allowed to go anywhere else, and we stayed for hours. And my brother would love to scream at me, hide in the tombs, and I'd get around a corner and he'd scream. It's very scary. And then he could scale like a rock climber up to the top of the Sphinx's head, and then the guards would scream and chase him away, and no one ever asked where those parents were, because now it's considered child abuse. But at the time, it was wonderful. We really had fun.
And I wanted to ask also about your current inspirations in your work, in your projects going on right now.
I am working on marigolds, blooms. I don't know what the next flower will be. And I have another project that just began, which is much more about drawing. And I feel like it's filaments, electricity, and my dad had a Bell & Howell projector. And as the image comes to the screen, there's a shaft of light with all these sparkle gold and lights. And that's somehow in these drawings.
And I also noticed you have an affinity for ocean artwork.
My mother loved the ocean, and I was so lucky. We spent every summer by the ocean, and I always research and study ocean paintings. And sometimes they're very abstracted, and then sometimes they're just figurations. I get to go on plein air.
I remember that you love the Monterey coast for your inspiration.
I have been there for the last few years, and I go to this one spot which is 2 miles deep, where there are so many baby seals, little heads everywhere. It's very mysterious.
And as someone who grew up in a musical home, do you feel that your music is a part of your painting, or are they interwoven?
I have found it to be almost the same discipline of practicing, and then you can arc up above it, and painting is a lot like composing as well as performing the music.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.